If you're over 50 and you want to get strong without having to lift super heavy weights, then this video is for you. You see, most people over 50 believe that they have to lift really heavy weights to build muscle and strength. And it is simply not true. I've helped hundreds of clients just like you grow muscle, grow stronger without needing to lift really heavy. And this greatly reduces the risk of injuries and it decreases the time it takes you to get stronger, which is really important. Today, I'll reveal a very simple technique that can transform your workouts and boost your strength safely without the need for heavy weights. If you haven't met yet, I'm Gavin. I co-own New Zealand's only fitness studio for people over the age of 40. And I use this technique a lot with clients to get faster results without risking injury. And that technique is called eccentric loading. Now, we're actually stronger on the eccentric portion of any exercise. So for argument's sake, I've got a 20 kilo kettlebell attached to my waist. And if I try to pull myself up, it's actually very hard to do. But if I lower myself down on this exercise, I can do it with a lot more greater control because I'm actually stronger on the lowering portion. So I got much more control as I lower myself down because I'm stronger on the eccentric. And with that in mind, we know that we can actually build more strength by using and manipulating that lowering portion. However, it does come with a warning. Because you can put more load on your muscles on the lowering portion, you can end up a little bit more sore. So you must use this technique sparingly and maybe do a couple of less sets as well. Now, I'm not going to make you do any weighted pull-ups or use crazy heavy weights. I just wanted to demonstrate that we are actually stronger on the way down. So I'm going to apply this eccentric loading principle to a couple of exercises. You can then take that away, apply it to your own training. But if you need a full body plan and you've got nothing to follow right now, why don't you comment strength down below and I will send you a full PDF of a workout that's been downloaded nearly 5,000 times from our community. So go and grab that free guide and we'll jump into the main exercise. The first exercise I'm going to apply this to is a push-up. So many people over 50, certainly in our community anyway, can't do full press-ups off the floor. And this eccentric loading technique is a great way to be able to build up strength to lead into a full push-up. And even if you can do push-ups as well, I'd challenge you to try this same principle. You will be able to do way less than you normally do, but it's going to be really beneficial for you to gain strength doing press-ups, all right? So I'm going to give you two options. I'm going to give you more of an advanced and a beginner option, and you can pick the one that works best for you. However, if you do have sore shoulders and you have any pain doing this exercise, please don't continue because this will probably make it worse. So the first thing we're going to do is get into a full press-up position. You're going to have your hands under your shoulders, okay? And you come up on your tippy toes. And I like to have my bum just in the air a little bit. And the idea of it is I'm going to lead with my chest. So when I lower myself down to the floor, my chest touches the floor first. I'm not lowering my hips first. That's the key thing because we need to keep the loading the chest and the triceps. And if we lower ourselves down, we're not quite getting that, okay? So we're going to come up this way. We're going to come up onto our tiptoes. And I want you to count 4 seconds down. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're just going to let yourself fall onto the floor. Then you can help yourself back up again. I'm going to focus again on the eccentric portion. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, come back up. And I'll repeat one more time for you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now, if you can't quite do that or you find yourself coming down in and just like drop into the middle, then what I want you to do is do it off your knees. So you come up into a full position, drop your knees down so my upper body is straight, and you repeat the process. 1, 2, 3, 4. Aim to hit the floor with your chest. And that'll be the first exercise that you can apply this to and give you the idea about how we're going to move forward with this. I guarantee if you do this for a longer period of time, your pushing strength will increase massively. And when you come to do normal press-ups like this, and you're focusing on the normal pushing, the press-ups become so much easier because you're now overall stronger by focusing on this kind of technique. But the next thing we're going to apply this to a lunge. Now, I do understand a lot of people over the age of 40 do have some knee issues. So if this does cause any issues, then just be mindful and stop if that happens. But with a lunge, it can be a very challenging exercise anyway. And a lot of people have really poor form when they do this, and they can't actually, lift themselves back up properly to be able to do a lunge. So what we're going to do, we're going to use a chair. We're going to take a big wide stance this way. And you're going to just use this as support. And again, you're going to focus on 4 seconds down. You're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And if you get to the floor and can't get back up, just use a chair to help you. Take a big step back again and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, maybe I can't get back up off the floor. lean forward, use the chair, and again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you'll feel those muscles start to work very, very well. Exercise number 3 is going to be good old bicep curl, all right? So you might be, find a weight that you do. What I recommend you do these exercises is, if you are exercising currently, is lighten the weight by about 25%. So if you're using 10 kilo dumbbells, let's say, to do curls, you might want to choose 7.5 to do this because it is very challenging. So with the curls, obviously what you would do, you'd be able to lift this up. You can use a bit of a cheat if you need to, but we're not so concerned on lifting with perfect form, although you should always consider that. And when you come up to this position here in the curl, you're going to count down 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you can get yourself back up to the top again. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is a little bit lighter weight than I normally use. These are 12.5s, and this is very, very challenging to the point where if I was just going to be normal curling, I get maybe 15 reps out. But doing it this slow way, I'll probably only manage maybe 10, all right? So you get the idea, you get the concept of what I'm doing. This kind of training is, in my opinion, a lot smarter. It protects us from injury, because there's a lot of people out there that will say lift super heavy, but the problem is when you lift super heavy without some kind of form and control, you end up injuring yourself. And for us people, I'm nearly 50-ish, you need to be careful, because the whole idea of being fit and strong over 40 and 50 is to continue to train. And if you can't train because you're injured, then you're not going to get the benefits at all. So it's one tool in a whole arsenal of how to lift smart. And again, if you're somebody that is a powerlifter or a bodybuilder, this may not apply to you, and you can continue to train how you want. But if you're a beginner or someone learning and want to train a little bit smarter, this absolutely works. And if you don't, believe me, give it a try and let me know how you go. I promise you, you will start to feel the benefits. And if you train, I guess, for maybe 2 to 3 months, you're definitely going to get stronger, and you're hopefully going to be injury-free as well. Now, I'm going to leave another video in the top left-hand corner there, which will point you to another video where we talk about some other tools and techniques to get stronger without lifting heavy. So go over to that video, and I'll see you there shortly.